Hi everyone, it's Jill from Jilly Bean Studio. I hope you're well, and if you have some time today, grab your supplies. I would love if you journal with me. Today's session is all about Junk Journal January, and prompts 4 through 6 I've already done, and I'll share those. And I'm going to work on prompt 7 today. So for Junk Journal January, Meg at Meg Journals has a wonderful YouTube channel with tons of inspiration, and these prompts are all put out by her. There's also a whole group of collaborators that have videos all month, and I encourage you to check them out. I have had so much fun and got already so many ideas from this challenge. And I don't know about you, but I'm a person who loves prompts, and this really has inspired me to think a little bit differently, try some new supplies, and I'm really enjoying it. So I hope you are too if you're participating, or check it out. I'll leave everything in the description box below. So right now it's all about stickers. Prompt 4 is stickers. I use this botanist sticker book. It's one in the Antiquarian series. I have a couple of those actually. And today I just did on the bottom of this page on the right, a little mark making with a calligraphy pen, some collaging, and use the botanical stickers, the dragonfly there, the flower from that book. And for prompt 5, I did the I used a journaling with a black pen first, and then I love the Signo gel pen. I wrote over it, over the Tombow pen. That was really fun to just get down my thoughts for the 5th, and then just some little bits and pieces of fabric strips. Nothing too fancy for the fabric prompt there. This one I particularly loved. It's inspiration. I used a Mary Oliver postcard that I got at a local bookstore, and also a J.K. Rowling quote, "Anything is possible if you've got enough nerve." So those were a whole lot of fun, and I did those over the last few days. Here's a little bit of a close-up. Use bits and pieces too from my kiddos' pictures from way back in the day as collage fodder there as well. Now I'm moving on to prompt 7, which is positive vibes. So again, I hope you can journal with me for a little while. I'm gonna try to tackle this page. We'll see how it goes. I have some thoughts. I've gathered a few things, and one of the things that I thought, what direction to go in is really just about art journaling, and any kind of journaling really is such a great self-care practice. It really is positive vibes for me, and I hope it is for you too. I decided to cut this little piece of craft paper into a bit of a scallop shape at first, and see if I could fit it on the page as another flip out. Flip out. And then I decided, after I looked at it, it looked like a palette or half a flower. So as I got into the idea brainstorming, I thought, why not use a quote? Always positive vibes, I feel, when you find a great quote to inspire you. I wrote that out on a piece of scrap paper, and then I decided to sort of zhuzh it or splatter it up with a bit of acrylic gold ink. I actually saw Meg doing this in her mark making. She was using some of the different inks, and I really liked that idea, so I decided to try that. I tried it on parchment paper over on the right, and I just sort of smushed it, honestly. Great technique there. I smushed it on the quote a little bit, just so it wasn't a plain, too blank looking. Oh, goodness. And so I'm thinking these are the things that are inspiring me right now for this page. I dipped right back into another one of the Antiquarian sticker books as well. because I thought, why not add a little bit of pop of color and, I don't know, maybe more of a focal point. And what I like to do, I just showed you with the ruler, is just pull them out and do a little lineup of stickers. I don't know which one I'm going to use yet, or which ones. So I'm leaving those on the side right now. Yeah. So as far as I'm thinking here, I really want to place this quote, "An artist cannot fail. It is a success to be one." I love that. I feel total positive vibes. Somewhere in the top center of this left-hand page. And then work on a fold out on the bottom with that almost palette-like shape. And then I thought, because it also, here's my train of thought here, I don't know, I'm brainstorming now, that it looked like a half flower. The next prompt number 8 coming up, is florals. So maybe I will do some of the floral collaging or doodling in the inside of this. And that's, I don't know, that's the tentative plan right now. All right, going back in with simple acrylic paint and another highly skilled technique of smushing and swishing. And I think I over smushed and in this section, so I'm just going over it again with the Tombow marker, the Tombow brush pen. And this quote, I guess, is by C.H. Cooley. I don't know. I looked it up. It's one of those internet Google sort of searches, and this one really spoke to me. All right, I like that. I think I've touched it up now, and I'm going to look to place the, I think flip out sounds funny. What do I want to say? Tip in, tip out, tip out. Here at the bottom, and just a little bit of positioning. I have a lot of scraps around, and I'm trying to, I don't want it to look all by itself on the page. I want to make a little bit of a collage cluster. So I'm playing around with placement there and seeing what feels right and what works. So how are you doing? Are you enjoying your January journaling? Are you participating in Junk Journal January? I hope that whatever journaling you're doing, that you find some self-care and quiet or fun time, whatever it is for you. For me, I think it's always a little bit of both. You know, being able to sit at in my art space and relax, play with supplies, play with paint. More smushing and swishing here. Yeah, and today I feel like also in the category of a lot of white stuff being flown around, we had major snow. I actually had to, just before this, had to go out and shovel the steps. So if my fingers look a little extra pink, that's why. It was chilly out there, and I'm saying 8 to 10 inches. I don't know. Oh yeah, and this little piece of cheesecloth, which I had for prompt 6 around the inspirational page with the Mary Oliver page, it just keeps showing up. So I am not going to fight it. It's going to go down. It wants to be part of this page, and using a little Fabri-Tac there. Do you have that happen? Something that just keeps showing up. So there it is. It's glued down now. All right, so I think this looks a little bit like a palette, and I'm now going to go in and choose my sticker. This one did come from the Bibliophilia, if I'm saying that correctly, so it's a different antiquarian sticker book. I do have a few of those, and yep, I went in for the color wheel. I think that will match nicely on this page and sort of stick with a theme. every once in a while, the stars align, right? And you feel a theme kind of coming through on your page. I also like this letter A for, yeah, it felt like A for artist. And so tuck that down on the left-hand side. And now I'm just sort of fiddling around thinking this left-hand side is looking like it's going to need a little bit more. This paper, I believe, I am pretty sure it's from one of the Love paper books with all of those pretty florals. So that's, I think, going to go down, and I'm just doing a little adjusting, trying to add when I collage, I don't know if you do this too, you kind of want to bring in some of the papers that you've used a little bit before. So I'm trying to work in both the painted craft paper and some of this floral background paper. All right, I think that is starting to come together. So I hope you're cozy and warm and having some craft or journal time if you can. I definitely feel I just had a cup of hot tea after shoveling the snow, which was heavy and not fun to shovel, but very, I have to say, very pretty to look at today. It was beautiful, fluffy white snow here in New England. So I hope wherever you are in the world, snow or not, that you are enjoying the season that you are in. I do love a good snow. And today I did not have to travel in it, so I love that even better. All right, I think we're on the home stretch here. Just a tiny bit more of collage pieces, and yeah. So I think my next step will be for number 8 on the inside here, do the florals. And I'm happy about my new Signo markers, the white gel markers, and I think I might do some doodling or something like that. So that sounds like a partial plan. We'll see when it happens this week. Okay, moving on now to the next project that I started, and if you care to check an earlier video, I have another accordion book that I made out of a long strip. And for this one, I'm looking for 5 quotes or poems in the new year. I'm really just checking in on this one with you. I haven't worked on it too much, but I have been inspired. I thought 5 sentiments, poems, or quotes would be pretty good, doable. And so I've done just a little bit. There's some more of that cheesecloth that wants to wants to be part of the journals. I did use one of those label makers. You know, the hand ones, I think. Wait, here it is. The is that a Dymo label maker? The old school ones that you hand punch out for poetry. So this cover isn't done. I've just been kind of leaving it out and researching a little bit, Googling and looking for poems and quotes. I have an Emily Dickinson poem there to add to it. So as far as my process goes, I often leave things out and open and add to them across the week. Oh, I also like this little batik piece of fabric. And there's, again, that acrylic ink that I've tried on the parchment paper. Although I will say it's flecked off a little bit. It peels off. I'm not sure if I'm going to have to Mod Podge or matte medium that down. So more thoughts on this, more to come. Just wanted to share in the new year that this is the other accordion project, little mini book or mini journal that I'm really excited about and hope to share more. All right. So I'm just going to slide that away. And the last piece I'm still considering is this drop paper cover. It was my old backdrop when working on my journaling this fall, and I smushed and swooshed it a little with paint, and I'll have more to come on that too. So I hope you enjoyed this session. I hope you had some time to do some journaling that you loved and made you happy. And thank you so much for watching.